Hold on. It's just takes a second to load.
Yes.
Save the moves. Save those. You gotta save those.
When you hit record, we ready, Gab. We already live.
We are live.
Somebody else coming in?
Perhaps.
Looks like somebody's trying to come in.
Yeah.
My couple people I told about it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we're ready. Let's go.
We ready? All right.
Yep, we are live.
All right. This is Steve and Cedric talking to the band, and I'm Steve rocking with the first lady of the show, Gabrielle Torina. What's up, Gabby?
Hey, how are you? Thanks for having me tonight.
Absolutely.
I love being a special guest.
Absolutely. We want you to call, tag, and text somebody and let them know we're on live right now. Share the video, call, tag, and text somebody and let them know that we're on. If you have missed any of our previous episodes, go to our YouTube channel, subscribe to the channel, smash that like button and like those videos, and make sure you hit the alert button down below so you get a notification when we upload new content. Gabby, where else can they find us at?
Also, you can reach the show at Talking to the Band, and that's with the number 2 on Instagram and Twitter. And again, Talking to the Band with the number 2 on Instagram and Twitter.
Gabrielle, we are rocking with the ladies. Teddy Bear himself.
Yes,
LeVelle.
LB.
What's up, baby?
How y'all doing tonight?
Wonderful.
Man,
How are you?
It is an honor to have you on the show.
You gotta turn the song off because I can't concentrate. It's too fire.
Yeah, we vibing. We vibing the why. Man, how you doing, man? What's been happening with you?
I'm blessed, man. It's great. It's just moving, just working and staying at it. Just staying at it.
Yeah.
That's what's up, man. You got this new hit single out, Why? The album is fantastic, man. You're blowing up everywhere. Talk a little bit about the project, man, and how it all came about.
The Why project came about, me and my ace, Jay Sean Champion, which is Jason Champion of my largest little brother. And he writes for everybody, just everybody. So we started there, and Why came from looking at relationships to where I feel we're in a, not only are we in a pandemic, but we're in a pandemic where we need to get back as men, loving and respecting and treating our ladies right. And at the time, there was no song out like that. So we wanted to touch that area and just bring awareness to our ladies that, you a queen, so why take less? Why settle for less? So that's where Why came from. Just trying to give back and, help the ladies to hold us as men accountable for the way they want to be treated.
I like it. I like it, man. A message that's much needed, man. I tell you, bro. Man, you are killing it out here. You everywhere. Yeah. Man, LeVelle. Man, I'm loving it, man. You got a wonderful career going right now, man. The song is a hit. But I want to take you back just a little bit, man, and talk to you about Charlie Wilson. I'm a huge Charlie Wilson fan.
That's pop.
Man, how did you land that gig, bro? I happened to catch you, on Facebook. A video popped up with you out front. Charlie Wilson's introducing you, and you killing it, bro. I mean, boy, you killing it. Tell us about that, how that all happened, and that experience, man. What was that like for you?
Well, it was, once again, just God's favor and putting in work. And I've done several shows with Pops. I call him Pops. Everybody call him Uncle Charlie, but I call him Pops.
Yes,
and they have wives over the time. And his wife, great wife, his son, Michael Perrin, which is the manager. This particular night, I had called the office prior to that, and I told him, I said, Pops, I'll be on the show. Can't wait to see you guys, blah, blah, blah. This is after doing shows time and time again after him, and him just watching and seeing my drive. Because once again, this is Charlie Wilson of the Gap Band. You know, he's a legend.
Legend, right.
So I'm doing sound check, and the security guards, I left. But before I left, they wanted my number again because we were all communicating through, you know, social media. So I gave him my number. I was going out of the venue after sound check for probably 10 minutes, and I got the call that Pops, Charlie want to meet with you. And when I went in the room for the meeting, that's when he was offering me the job to come out on the road with him. And, you know, he seen my drive, my grind. He loved my voice. He loved the fight in me, the energy. And literally, he said we were going to start the month after February. We started in February. I started with him in February.
Wow.
And I'm still blown away from it. Because being a caliber of Charlie Wilson, he believed in me so much. I didn't even do rehearsals for learning the steps.
What?
That was the calling era, you know, as we go, you know. So basically what we did was they left Kansas City and was going to Oklahoma. He said, how soon are you ready to work? I said, I'm ready, Pops. He said, okay, so I see you in Oklahoma tomorrow.
Wow.
I had to go, you know. I went to Oklahoma. That night, he didn't actually have me in front of the people, but he had me on stage with a mic on the side of the stage. And he said, I want you to watch Aubrey and G, the other two background singers. I want you to watch them and learn steps. I'm learning and looking and singing at the same time. So about time that next week came around, he had me out in front of the people. It was, I mean, the lights was on. You had to go, you know. And so I was rolling with him ever since, you know. So it's, like I said, it was truly an honor. It's truly a blessing. I've learned so much, and it has gave me a drive that with me doing my own career, my solo career right now, to where that's where you see my energy, my fight, what I do right now and on a day-to-day basis, because I've watched him and he never gets tired. I mean, and if he is tired, you would never know. So that lets you know that, you know, to sustain and be where you want to be, you got to have that kind of drive. You can't worry about sleep, and you got to always do what you can to leave everything. And it's crazy because being with Pops, even though I was a background singer, he told me one thing, that you're a background singer with me, but if I give you the mic, you better try to put your foot on my neck. Now, that's a person that knows who he is, but he gave me that ring, you know. So having that kind of momentum and drive, it really enlightened my career and my life so much to where I'm forever in debt to Charlie Wilson and the whole camp. You know, I love him.
That's awesome.
Yeah, man, that's an awesome experience, man. Awesome story.
Yes, sir.
So just, you know, you've performed many times. You clearly have performed with Charlie Wilson, Pops. Can you think back on like a particular performance that you feel was particularly memorable or meaningful to you, or like maybe one of your favorite performances ever? As many times as you have performed.
With Charlie Wilson or just
in general? In general.
I would say, and we'll get, I don't want to jump the gun, but I'm currently being managed under Joe Douglas with Frankie Beverly and Mays' manager. So I've done a lot of tours and shows with them, and watching another legend, Frankie Beverly, really just move the crowd in a way that I've never seen it done before. And so humble, and you wouldn't think the impact of what it was. It was, I mean, I know it's Frankie, but the impact that the people were so into it to where, you know, I understand when you have moments where you just can't quit because the people and the energy is so good. So I would say the show with Frankie was unbelievable as well.
Yeah.
Wow.
It's something about watching legends. You just
Yeah.
Yes,
you watch
absolutely.
everything from the way they move their feet and hold the mic, and it's so effortless.
Dude, you got the
Well,
best teachers in the world, bro.
and
I know.
that a lot of people don't know. I have to give him credit. I was out on tour with Howard Hewitt, the OJs, and myself, and we were at the Bell Arena in Augusta, Georgia, and Eric Nolan Grant of the OJs, he heard me and made a phone call. And was like, I gotta have this guy because he was putting the group together. We were going to be like the mini OJs. So he groomed us for like 6 months. We were recording, doing videos. The group was called G-Men. But Eric was an enlightening part of my career as well because I always, when I do a show, I try to look at the audience. You know, if I'm singing to a grown crowd, I don't want to go in there singing something that's too young and they like, that ain't, you know, that ain't. So,
Yeah. Right.
but I didn't because I was young at it, you know, trying to please everybody. So I had 20 minutes and I probably had 10 songs in 20 minutes. So Eric took me down and he said, man, your voice is so talented and you have a talent. He said, I would like to see you do 4 songs and sit down in the song. And I didn't understand what it meant when he said sit down in the song. He broke it down to me. He was like, man, don't you know I did do LeVelle ABC 1 2 3. And I'm singing the song. And this is kind of hilarious as well. As I'm singing the song, I noticed that the crowd is like over reacting. Like they was treating me like I was Gerald. And to come to find out, Eddie came out of the dressing room and was like sitting there, you know. When I turned, it was like it was almost like it was planned, but it wasn't, you know, because his room was like right on the side of the stage. And so he was like, had I took that song and said in it just a little more, I would have moved the crowd to a whole nother level. So he taught me, you know, how to interact and act with the crowd. So I just been blessed to be around legends. A lot of young people say, man, why you like doing shows with the older people? And it's like the older people, they're the ones that have so much longevity in this game right now. You know, you got guys that come in this year, next year, you don't even know where they at. But you look at the older guys that I've been blessed to just get wisdom and knowledge from, you know, they're still standing. And that's where I want to be, you know.
Right. So it's more like you taking your time when you sing them songs. Just, you know, is that the key?
Well, yeah, you wanna when I've learned, you know, to have a song is great, but to interact with the people, because the people, the fans, they are the ones to make your song a hit. You know, if you get one that you can sing to and you can touch them, then you just touch the fan, which they'll tell a friend to tell a friend, and before you going. So I mean, I learned that anybody can sing, but it takes an art to sing and touch and move people at the same time. And I want to be in that era where I can touch somebody. So that was part of learning how to sit down in a song, let them feel my pain, my energy, my love for what I'm doing. Because if it's from the heart, I'll reach a heart.
Absolutely.
Yes, sir.
So, LeVelle, you know, are also a writer.
Yes.
So can you just like maybe tell us more about the music you write? You know, do you write for yourself? You write for others? And then maybe just kind of let us know like let us into your creative process a little bit.
Well, for me, once again, I've learned to be real to who I am. I can't, I mean, I've had songs presented to me that don't fit me. It's not me. And I've had some experiences in life. I've had some ups and downs, and I've learned. I done made some mistakes, and I try to focus in on what I could have done better, and like why. At one point in time, I was probably that guy that had something good, or you had something good and you took it for granted, and now you realize you did that. So me with writing, I try to do things that I can relate to, that is authentic, that's real, and that's where creativity comes from for us writing. Um, you know, I just refuse to do music that don't fit me. I can't sing about having 10 million and 20 cars and had that.
Yeah.
But I
Right.
Yes.
can sing about respecting a woman, loving a woman, and my wife, she's been a lot of inspiration in my life as well. A few of the songs that's coming out now, I would say she's probably 75%. I'm speaking to her.
That's nice.
Mm.
You know,
Wow.
Oh, every woman wants that.
it's those things to where, like I said again, I just believe that you would appreciate me being honest. Rather I'm wrong, but I'm honest because I want to get it right. Just like, I did another song before, me and my guy Champ again, and it's called Don't Go to Bed Mad. Like, we gonna have disagreements, we're gonna have arguments, but
Right.
I don't want to go to sleep mad and wake up to the person I love. We can't go to bed, man. So let's get it right before we go to sleep. Whether we still agree or disagree, let's still respect each other at the same time. So that's where I am with where I am for his writing. And you did say, have I written for someone else? I did have me and my other guy, we had a placement on Silk. They were going through a transition. They never did come out with the album, but they got the song. So,
Man, Silk.
Wow. We're hoping everybody can see this on the page. I think we're having a little. Make sure we on the page, Gabby. I was just got a note that we're still on the Stephen Muhammad page.
Shouldn't be.
Should be or shouldn't be?
No, we should be on your page.
Should be on. Okay. Want to make sure. We just got a message from one of the viewers. Are we good? Yes, that we are good. So anyway, I want to go back into. Go ahead, Gabby. You finish up with your question. I'll come back.
No. Go ahead.
LeVelle, man, you have been. I mean, man, Keith Sweat, Tank. I mean, my goodness, bro. You stay busy, man. How do you keep your voice so strong? I mean, because you constantly moving.
Man, I guess it's just rest when I can. My manager, Joe Douglas, is on me day and night, man. Get some rest, get some rest, get some rest, and that drive again from Pops, I'll get rest, but I gotta, because this is a tough industry. You got a lot of cats that can do this, but it's those push forward and take the ups, the no's, the no's, the no's, the no's.
Yes.
And you'll get a yes, but you got to go through that. And so that's where it comes to me. And I rest when I can. I definitely rest. And about 6 months now, I've been really eating right. So that helps. Just eating right, working out, doing those type of things, that helps keep the voice where it needs to be. Just trying to do the healthy things.
Cool. That's what's up.
I think is interesting. You find that a lot of artists live in Atlanta, LA, New York, but you remain in Kansas City. So why? For one, and and I'm sure there's a reason.
You supposed to be in Hollywood.
I'm not coming for it because my question is, what is there a musical vibe in Kansas City? Or, what is, your reason? Because I know that you're not in a musical hub. I mean, let's be honest, Kansas City's not a musical hub, but maybe there's something there we don't know about. So just kind of let us in on that a little bit.
Well, there is. I have family here. My mom and dad, wife's mom and dad, and they're going through some medical things. It is tough right now. Because in Atlanta, I am literally watching how the artists are touching and respecting him. It's like I was in Atlanta 3 weeks ago, and everybody from Atlanta housewives, from Tank, who else was in the room? Silk was in the room. Luke was in the room.
Wow.
Ed Lover. It was just so many people in one.
Yeah.
And it was like the love that it was like we're talking now, and they will say, "Hey man, I heard of you. Take my number down. Let's connect. Let's do this." And for me, that's one of the beautiful things that I have experienced just being in Atlanta. But for the most part, that what keeps me here and grounded is I am a family person first, So and I just feel like, at this part of our life, if God prevail and we go to Atlanta or we move somewhere, we will be. But try to sit here and take you. When I'm not on the road, we're literally taking care of family.
That's beautiful, bro. That's beautiful.
Yep.
That's what's up. That's what's up. I want to just, I know you talk about, just being with family and all of that, staying grounded. Talk to young artists today that's trying to break in, man. That's got to be difficult, man, to try to juggle or manage the two. So, what would be your advice to them? Trying to break into this business and work and have a family. What would you say to them?
I would definitely say, if you're in a relationship, your partner really have to understand, really be there for you, because it can be tiresome. For the most part, like I said earlier, you probably gonna hear no so much to where no almost be reality,
Yeah, right.
Because there was a time in my life where my drive, I was always able to be around. Well, I learned how to be around artists. You have to have a look. You have to present yourself. And when you do get around these artists, don't get starstruck. You can't be all in their face, and you can't do that. They love a person that's humble. So I had to learn that, and once I learned it, it's one of those things to where you just got to really have a passion and a drive, and you got to really believe in it, and if you really believe in it, I used to hear stories so many times to where, you see people say, I am truly a witness of what it takes to go through. And once again, you will hear me say, sometimes no become almost like it's reality, even though we may know each other, but you have to grow yourself and gain these people's trust that you can stand on the platform that they have paid for so many people. And once you gain their trust, once they see you enough, in spite of, because there was a time where I would go to Charlie shows. I mean, I would literally go, and got cool with everybody. And my first meeting them, it was cool. Hi, bye.
Yeah.
Being truthful,
Yeah.
And as they saw me, well, LeVelle was just with us in Kansas City. Well, LeVelle is with us in Augusta, Georgia.
Mhm.
Well, this guy in Texas, that's LeVelle. Oh, he's in
Right.
Detroit. I mean,
Right.
half of so they like, how is he? But it was the consistency and learning who the promoters are. If you can learn and get to the promoters,
Mhm.
you may get out of 5 promoters, you may get 1 that'll give you their info. And you know, I went through that spiel where if you just give me 5 minutes, I'll get there myself.
Mhm.
I'll take care of my own room. Just get me there. Just
Mhm.
just give me 5 minutes.
Mhm.
That 5 minutes went from 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 15. Then they say, hey, can you do 30 minutes? Because we need you to do 30 minutes. Sure, I'm glad you asked. So
Wow.
giving you a break, then before you know it, you just, you know, you launching out. And so now it's a blessing. You know, I was in Atlanta Thursday, Texas Saturday. I came home Sunday. My manager called Sunday. This is the truth. I flew back home at 2:45 Sunday. Soon as I got off the plane, my manager called and said, Tank, Genuine, RL, Bobby Brown,
Mm.
Keith Sweat,
Mm.
Wow.
RL, Pleasure P, they're all doing this big fundraiser in Atlanta. Can you come back? My wife took my bags. I stayed at the airport, booked the flight, was right back there Sunday night, hanging out with them. And so it's just the drive, you know, the
Yeah.
drive, you
Mhm.
know.
Yeah.
So now I'm getting, hello? Hey, what's up, LeVelle? Keith, you know, so now the Dave Hollisters, the Tanks, the Genuine. So it's just like, you know, they're starting to really like open arms. And, you know, I realize now, because I used to say when I make, I'm getting everybody that I, but, you know, hello?
Yeah, we here, man. It's I
Oh,
don't know.
there,
Can you see us?
uh,
Okay.
I used to say, man, I'm going to get everybody that I know is trying to get it. And I realized that this is you got to put in the work to get to where you're trying to go. Nobody's going to give you
Mhm.
nothing, but you
That's
can
true.
earn respect and earn your spot. That's what you can do.
Mhm.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
You mentioned Tank, and you got some shows coming up. You got some heat. Look, Texas. I think it was Alabama. I saw Mississippi. How good does it feel to be singing again? After the pandemic, and like, what do you feel like you learned? What did you learn from kind of taking a year off from doing what you love? What did you learn? Just from that process and of just having to kind of slow down a little bit.
Well, for me, it's more of really never taking this for granted.
Mm-hmm.
Because it was moving so fast, and being around the caliber of people that I've been blessed to just be in rooms with
Mm-hmm.
and working with, sometimes you can almost like, I made it, and the
Right.
vibe is still there, but you get a little relaxed. And for me, the pandemic has really been bad and good. The bad, we've lost a lot of loved ones to this COVID. The good is it allowed those people that I've talked about, the Key Sweats, the Tanks, the Dave Hollisters, the Robin Thicke. It took them to another place to where they got to know people. They got to really react and act people. And had we still been moving on this fast pace, we probably wouldn't have been able to interact with each other. So now when this thing opens back up, you got a unit to where the mindset is let's hold each other accountable and realize that this can be taken away in any given moment. So, for me, it just turned me up a whole nother notch.
That's awesome. Yeah.
Man.
A huge learning experience for everybody.
Yes. Yes. I want to know, I ask artists this question a lot. What's next, man? What's next for LeVelle? Give us that forecast.
There's some major things that's happening. I won't speak on it quite yet. But just know that LeVelle is making some serious moves. And I'm like Anthony Hamilton right now, and I'm gonna give you the best I got and all I got. So there's some things that's moving that, it's kind of under the table that, we're collaborating with, and when everything blossoms, it's gonna be a blessing.
That's what's up. That's what's up, bro. That's what's up. I think the first lady got a special question for you.
Actually, somebody actually asked me, I was on a date, and it was a terrible date, LeVelle and Steve. But he asked me this question. I said, oh, I'm gonna ask LeVelle this. The question was, so you're in New York and you have to drive all the way to California. What 3 albums, you only get 3, what 3 albums do you play? What are your 3 choice albums to play for that journey all the way cross country? You only get to pick 3, whatever they are, doesn't matter if they're old or new. What are they for you? Like, I can't get tired of this. I know all the words.
And only 3?
Only 3. It was hard. It's hard, but you only get 3.
That's wrong.
It don't even have to be your favorite. Maybe it's just, this is what I'm vibing. This is my vibe right now.
You know 2 of them off the bat. That's Charlie Wilson, the Gap Band, and all of his other music. Frankie Beverly and Maine. And then it's kind of tough because I'm going back with Keith Sweat or Anthony Hamilton.
Wow.
So that's kind of tough.
Okay. It is a hard one. It's just so much good music. It's hard. It's hard to
Yes,
I struggle too. So
yes, it is. LeVelle, I'm just so impressed with your career, man, your journey.
Absolutely.
A little bit about, man, just some of that history, man, in your singing. You started in church. Where'd you start, man? That's it?
Church.
I hear it, bro.
You hear church.
And actually,
you hear oil. You hear oil.
Not being funny, y'all may laugh at me, but I didn't know I could sing. Now, my mom's side, everyone sings. On my dad's side, everyone sings. But I was such a good drummer, I never paid attention to singing because I was playing drums for everybody. On my mom's side, they had a quartet group. On my dad's side, they had a quartet group. And I just really loved drumming. And one day on my dad's side, the Sister Wonders, we were in rehearsal and one of the guys couldn't make it. And they said, "Vel, can you play and sing at the same time?" So I'm like, I don't know, give me the note, I'll try.
Right.
And literally, that's when they discovered, like, "Guy, you sing. You're not supposed to be playing drums." And I'm like, huh? And at the time, I didn't understand when they was like, your natural is so high, your range is like crazy. Like, this is something you get with training and learning how to sing. But for you to be right here and you've had no singing lessons, no nothing, your voice is like my see, and that was another thing with Pops, Charlie. His natural was my natural. He I'm right there, and it's not a strain for me because that's where my natural is. So at that point, then I had to learn how to control and how to sing. So that's definitely where it came from, was church.
Yeah, you can hear it, man. I mean, I'm
Mhm.
hearing all that soul, that gospel. I mean,
Yeah.
boy, you was yanking that thing on stage, bro. You know, with the crowd, I was like, man, this bro, he got to be preaching or something.
Yeah.
Like, what?
Yeah.
You got it, bro.
I even
You
think
got it.
I think it even plays into just wanting substance in your lyrics,
That's
and
true.
and not
Yes.
just writing and talking about things that don't mean anything.
Right.
That comes through. It comes through
You
in
know,
your music, like, very clearly.
that's just like, we look at our women. We can look at them one way, then we can look at them in reality. Like, why? I look at you. I
Mhm.
wonder, would you even stay?
Mm.
Mhm.
Like, after all you go through, the
Mhm.
hurt, the crying, the cheating, the beating, the abuse, why would you stay? You know, so music, lyrics with substance, like she just said.
Mhm. Mhm.
Man, powerful, bro.
Yes, sir.
Powerful. Dude, I am so, like, man, I'm telling you, man, I've been trying to get you for a month. You probably don't know I was secretly stalking, bro, trying to get you on this show. I
Hey,
got this cat on the show, man.
hey, it's a blessing. Anytime. Got me now. Anytime.
Man, yes, man. I saw you live. I said, get him right now. Text it.
Yeah.
You know, I got in there real
Yeah.
quick. Because
Yeah.
I think you was in Miami, right?
Uh, well, I was in Jacksonville. That was with Dave Hollister, Tate, Pretty Pleasure P, and me. But I think when you saw me live, I was at Jacquees's birthday bash.
Mhm.
If
Okay.
no.
No.
I was in Florida. I was with Carl Thomas and Cut
Right.
Close.
Cut
Cut,
close. Yeah. Cut
yeah,
close was on stage at the time.
right. That's where I was. I was in
Yeah,
Florida.
man.
Yeah.
I was like, man, this cat is everywhere, man. You know, everybody. I gotta get him on the show. And man, it's been an honor, man. Your
Mhm.
voice is just, oh my God, it's so good and rich.
Mhm.
Um, your writing, I know you're writing from that place, but also musically, man, who's doing the production, man? Who's producing, like, those tracks?
Man, it's a few guys, Jay Kitts, Brandon Black, and then I give other people shots. I give them a try. But I know, because of being a drummer, musically inclined, I know I can't play it, but I can hear it, and I know, and I can give you the meat of it to get it going. And so and there's a thing where I try to open up to a lot of people, but a lot of people don't see your vision. They don't see your vision, your
Right.
vision. That's the key right there. When you can connect with certain people that see your vision,
Mhm.
then I usually try to stay within my limits, because you may be a great producer, but you may not be a great producer for me. you know
Yes.
so
Yes.
I stay within my means, and do what I feel is great for me. you know
Yes. Yeah. Cool. Is there somebody you want to work with, man? I know this is one of
Mhm.
Gabby's questions. She told me about it, but I got to get in there, and I want to
Oh,
know.
go
Is
ahead,
there
steal
somebody?
it.
Who you
well,
want to work with?
of course, sorry about that.
No
Can y'all?
problem. We can see.
Sorry.
You good?
Of course, I would love to do a song with Pops, Charlie Wilson.
Ooh, yes.
um I would love to.
Pray that
and
we're gonna
and
manifest that one.
and
Right.
I want to. I'm really trying to. Maybe you guys can help me with this. I'm trying to get to Steve Harvey.
Okay.
Okay.
And I'm gonna tell you why. About 3 years ago, before I really, really, really took over and put in my mind that this is what I want to do, I called in the Steve Harvey morning,
Mm.
and at the time, I kept hearing him talk about your parachute opening. You know, you got to jump and that your parachute. And so I'm like, okay, Steve is in a place to where he's at. You know, I'm in real life. I got mortgage, I got bills, I got a family. You know, I can't just quit and just pursue something. Mm-hmm. Now, before I did call in, I prayed for something. And God gave me clear as day, quit your job and move forward. So I was wrestling with it for like 6 months. And I talked to my wife about it. And this is how I know for me, I'm destined and this is my dream. Mm-hmm. You a lady. So when a man comes to you and say, hey, I need to quit my job to go pursue music. You're like, hold up. Wait.
We gotta talk about this.
We gotta talk about it.
We gotta talk about. Yes. Mm-hmm.
It was calm. She said, you helped put me through nursing school. You helped me develop my daycare. Mm-hmm. You've been there for all 3 of your sons. They all graduated high school and college. Mm-hmm. Now it's your time to go get your dreams.
Yes.
And when she said that, I was still wrestling with it. So when I called in to Steve Harvey said, are you willing, him and nephew Tommy said, are you willing to quit your job? I said, well, you know, I'm going to keep the job to keep money flowing until the music take off. They was like, no. You can only do one. You can keep working because that's what you're going to rely on, or you can let it go. And really, when you let it go, you're going to have to take forth and push to make your dreams come true. Because if you think your dreams is going to come true, you're still going to be believing in that check every other week or every week. But doing something. So you're not going to get what you're seeking for. And your parachute will never open like that because you're going from your dream to your job, from your job to your dream. But if you are willing to let that job go, watch what'll happen and you put in the work. And ever since he said that to me, things have slowly been taken off. And I mean, I'm seeing the parachute open. Wow. You know, I can, I mean, and you guys can see, you guys are seeing where I'm at. That's my parachute opening. That's but right. he, you know, and he sat and talked to me over 15 minutes on the talk show that morning, you know, and so that was, for me, that was a blessing. And I just want to say thank you, you know, thank you for giving me that. And he didn't know me. So that was like confirmation for me, you know, that was really, I just want to just say, hey, man, I know you've been through a lot, but this is one, I just want to say thank you for reaching out to the young man and helping him understand, because now that I look at it, had I stayed at the job, I know that's where my money is, but I know I want to do this, but I'll be still going up and down. And so from then to now, you know, the parachute is opening, you know, and I believe truly that once again, like, you know, who would have known somebody from Kansas City would have tapped into someone like Joe Douglas, which is Frankie Beverly Mays' representative, the manager, you know, and like she said, Kansas is not a big music.
Yeah, keep it 100.
That's the blessing, you know. That's part of my parachute opening, you know. So bless.
Obedience.
That's a beautiful story.
Obedience is always resourced. Period.
Go ahead, First Lady. Go ahead, First Lady.
Okay. It's scary. It's scary.
Yeah.
It's very scary. but when it's
It's
obedience,
scary and
you have nothing to worry about.
yeah, it's scary and tough.
Yeah.
And once again, I know people hear me being as positive as I can be, but the no's, we'll get you next time.
Yeah.
You're still pushing, and now it's, hey, LeVelle, we need LeVelle like to be on this show. And it's like, that's that same guy.
Hmm.
A couple years ago, we
Hmm.
wouldn't even, but now it's a demand. Yeah, we need to get him on the show.
That's right.
So things have turned around.
That's awesome.
That's beautiful, man. Well, LeVelle, thank you so much, bro.
Thank
you
y'all
so much, man. It's been an honor, man.
Yeah. Can you need to plug, or can you plug something? I mean, what do we need to be looking out for from you, LeVelle? How can we follow you? Give us everything. Anything you want us to know.
Well, Facebook, you guys can follow me, LeVelle, LE space VELLE. That's on Facebook. My website is LeVelle B. That's just www.LEVELLE, the letter B. My IG Instagram is LeVelle BKC. And that's just LEVELLE, the letter BKC. And that's all my social media.
Awesome.
Beautiful, beautiful. And your project, man, let people know how they can get it. It's hot, and where they can find it at.
Right now, we got a few that's sitting out on iTunes, all digital platforms. You got Y on there. You actually will sing in Chub Rock all night. That's on there. And then we got a big surprise coming very, very, very soon. I would love to come back on here. And, like I said, everything is in transitioning right now. And so those things when people actually hear who these couple of artists is that's being featured on the CD, or the singles, it's going to do some nice things.
Beautiful, beautiful. We're going to have you back. I'm holding you to that, bro.
Absolutely.
Yes, sir. You got it.
Have you back. All right, cool.
For me, stuff like this, I go back to, you got to crawl before you walk. And you guys see me in my coming up days. So I'm forever indebted to you guys because you took a shot on me just as well by reaching out and saying, we want to, we see his talent and we want to get him on here. So that means a lot to me. So when we did connect, I wanted to do everything I could so we can make it happen.
Yeah, man, I appreciate it because, I mean, you what this show is all about, man. People that's in that grind, man, and doing it, man, at a high level, bro. And
yes, sir.
You're doing it at a high level, no doubt about it.
It's a blessing,
Man, much love to you. And thank you, man.
Thank you
so much.
I just big shout out to you guys. A big shout out to my management team, JD Entertainment. A big shout out to every artist that is doing this thing. I want to kind of start a movement, and I'm going to hurry up and make it quick. Especially for our male vocalists and artists. Because it kind of bothers me when someone die, that person get all this love in one day. They play their music. Let's give flowers while these guys are still living. All guys, let's give them flowers because Bruno Mars said it best. He said, if we can't look up to like Earth, Wind and Fire, the Barcades, the guys that had that soul and funk and learn from it and reproduce it so people our age can relate to it, then what are we doing it for? Someone paid the way for us. So if these guys are still living, the Ron Isleys, the OJs, let's give them they love, smell it. That's a movement for me, that something that I'm really trying to figure out how to push it and make it where it can touch, because you may like Charlie Wilson, but this person may love Anthony Hamilton or Blackstreet. All of these guys have paved the way for us. So let's get to where we could just show love right now, where they can smell the flowers, you know.
Maybe that's
Man.
a song. Smell the flowers, and you have Tank, you. It's like We Are the World, but the LeVelle 2021 version.
Yeah.
That's all I'm saying. Drop the mic. Hold on to that.
Something is being birthed right here now.
Come on. That was fire.
Man, before we let you go, I gotta ask you this, man. I know you saw Versus with Earth, Wind, and Fire, Ron Isley.
Woo.
Quickly before we let you go.
That was Black History. You know he was a part of that.
Quick thoughts, real quick.
My thought was, honestly, my thoughts was his histories was made again. Both of those guys, both of the bands and groups are great people that we all looked up to, grew up on. So for me, I know it's called a versus, but I was more happy just to see them come together, and it just showed what I said, longevity. You know, so it just, for me, that was the sweetest thing I could see. Just, that's where I want to be. When I'm 40, 50, 60, 70 years old, I want to be in that area.
Right.
Still playing my music, and they are still loving it. You know, those guys are still touring. These guys are still working. You know, we can call so many artists that have had songs and stuff and they're not here no more. I don't want to be like that. This is my passion. So I think it was just a blessing just to see those guys do that for me.
Right.
And really could see it as competing against each other. You know, I just thought history was made.
Yes, absolutely. Well, man, thank you so much again.
Yes.
We love you, bro.
And,
hey, man, I know you're gonna rock it on that concert coming up Mother's Day.
Yes, sir.
Man, tell everybody a little bit about that. Tell everybody a little bit about that concert.
Hiker Heights, Texas. Is actually I think 30 minutes from Austin, Texas. We got Roll James, Raheem Devine, myself, the Truth Band. And it's kind of crazy because so many people has called that promoter and said, can you bring this same show here? So that's going to be a great time for me, especially for who I am, because I just like giving flowers. If I want to give it to the men, I definitely want to give it to the backbone, and the strongest thing on earth is a woman. So just to be able to make them feel good and love on them, and that's for me, that's all the joy in the world.
Man, LeVelle.
Yes, sir.
LeVelle LB.
The ladies' teddy bear. Well, man, we want to thank everybody for tuning in.
That's what LB stands for, the ladies' bear.
Gabrielle, thank you for being a guest co-host today.
Oh, thank you for having me.
Filling in for my man Cedric.
Absolute pleasure.
He'll be back with us on Saturday. LeVelle, again, much love, baby.
Much love, y'all.
All right, that's all I got, Gabby.
All right.
We out of here.
God bless y'all.
All right,
later.
Peace.
All right. And we are ending.